across the river in the distance you see the Lipstick building. That's in the Elephant Castle, brand new building. And in front there, remember, the world's first public library, the one with the leaning spire, opened by the Archbishop of Canterbury for you, the public, for using the horse ferries here. Coming up is the MI5 spy building, internal spying affairs. But 100 years ago stood the Millbank Penitentiary, a great big prison holding 4,000 prisoners, footpads, burglars, thieves and highwaymen, children stealing from shops. They'd be placed in the Millbank. Then at certain times they'd be taken to a place called Botany Bay, Australia. Now, if you look carefully along by the river, you won't miss it, because this tide's really got us. And we've got to struggle through this. But along here, there's a little set of steps. They're called the Steps of Sadness. And if you look very carefully, you'll see inset steps, because the convict men were chained at both ankles, and they could only shuffle. So they made these special steps for them to shuffle down into skiff boats, and he applied great-great-great-grandfather, rowing them across to the big ships here, no bridges remember, off to Botany Bay, Australia. So here's the little Steps of Sadness. Have a look and see if you can see the inset steps. We might even get the chain bolt holes where the slip chains run through for their ankles. That would be on the wall. You can see a cleat hole there as well, look at that. So imagine that, being brought down there, taken across to Australia. What do the Australians call us? Poms, on the side of the big ships. Big white painted letters. P-O-M. Poms, prisoners of Millbank. Not a lot of people know that. Go along to the London Museum of Docklands. Take your families, take your partners. It's on the Isle of Dogs. You get there by the light railway, near Canary Wharf. And you go to the museum there, is the Docklands Museum. It's 1,000 years of history of your River Thames, and yours truly, second floor in a glass case. I won't tell you what for, unless you twist me arm. Go and have a look. London Museum of Docklands. The Millennium Pier in the shape of a dolphin. So they say. Elton John, Chris Evans, Anne Robinson, Chelsea players, England players, members of Parliament. £1.25 million each, mainly kept for entertaining. Look at that tide, would you believe that? There's Vauxhall Bridge, folks. Gateway to the south. Named after the famous gardens that stood here, remember. There are 8 statues on the bridge. 4 male statues this side, depicting engineering, agriculture, architecture and science. On the other side are the 4 lady statues. Washing, cooking, ironing and sewing. I'm only joking, don't start throwing things at me. Now, I'm going to leave you all in charge. Can't leave you two, you're searching for Wellington boots. Decision to make. You know our destination. Do we go for it now? Should we go now? Why not?
I'm enjoying it.
Anybody? Should we go now? There it is there.
No.
I told you, didn't I? Why not? Tide's too strong. We would wind up down there somewhere. So watch now. Head into the tide towards the bridge. Then it'll give us a little smack gently and put us right on course. forget the one I told you about, the statues on the bridge. Male statues this side, engineering, agriculture, architecture and science. The other side, lady statues, washing, ironing, cooking, sewing. I thought I'd rub that in a little bit, girls. London by night is a beautiful sight. And don't forget, you young'uns, have a lovely walk by the river this evening before these rains set in. You've got a nice hour or two to have a lovely stroll down towards London Bridge. Remember the Borough Market. If you've not been, visit it. It's a lovely old market. Took a lot of getting. Borough Market, London Bridge, best days, Thursdays, Fridays and Saturdays. Keep your heads and your arms in, please. One hand on the seat in front.
He's leaking.
How about a nice big cheer for our Danny? Yes?
Yay!
Danny will be back in a moment, as it's our last trip. Just get our driver all together and we get underway back home.